Good morning, guys. Bill McMillan here with NDWX.com. Sunday morning as we record this video update just around 10:30. Some unsettled weather upstream as we see on the satellite this morning. In fact, damaging thunderstorms that rumbled through Iowa, now moving into Illinois. We'll keep an eye on things as we go through the next few hours. It's going to really be more of a nowcast type scenario, we think. The overall short-term radar products and short-term forecast models are struggling, I think, with the overall evolution of what lies to our northwest, so we'll keep a very close eye on it. This is a look at the radar again right at 10:30 this morning as those storms, this is the area of thunderstorms that produced the damage in Iowa overnight and early morning, though they're now dealing with some redevelopment as well now across central parts of the state. The Storm Prediction Center highlights northwestern portions of Indiana for a slight risk of severe weather today. Again, this may be updated and kind of shifted a bit, if you will, with updates later on today. We'll keep an eye on that. As mentioned, I think the short-term forecast radar products are really going to struggle with the evolution of things as we go through the next 24 hours or so, but for the sake of this update, we'll show you the HRRR's idea. Thinks the area of thunderstorms off to our northwest dissipates as it continues to progress southeast. Not so sure about that, at least as quickly as what the HRRR would suggest, but nonetheless, that's what it says, before it redevelops additional thunderstorms to our west and southwest later on this afternoon and evening. Moving on into the nighttime hours and overnight, it has scattered thunderstorms around the area with a more organized area of thunderstorms around midnight sitting in Illinois. Again, more of a nowcast type scenario, I believe, is the way to go with it. We'll keep a close eye on it. Forecast highs today warmer than we've been, than we were yesterday, I should say. Mid to upper 80s, a good bet across central Indiana. Humid conditions returning as well. The bigger story in the longer range, guys, is going to be the expanding heat dome associated with an expanding upper ridge over the Ohio Valley that will eventually back to the west and set up shop over the Rocky Mountains. Before that, though, after we deal with the early week thunderstorms, I think we really dry things out. And with the exception of an isolated or scattered thunderstorm here and there, the majority of the upcoming work week looks dry to me, as that ridge begins to set up shop over the area. This is a look at what would, the European illustration of the upper air pattern out there at the middle part of the upcoming week. And that expanding hot dome just to our southwest would, certainly suggest we're looking at mid to upper 90s for highs here late week into the upcoming weekend. So some very hot weather. But as we fast forward this, notice the axis, the ridge axis, backs west and is located over the Rocky Mountain region out there at day 10. And in return, we're back into a northwest flow type regime locally. That leads us to believe that if we turn active yet again with thunderstorm complexes moving from northwest to southeast, and it also suggests that we look at cooler conditions building in as well. So yes, we are going to turn hot. Hottest air of the season so far coming in here the latter part of this week into the weekend, but the longevity of that I still think is relatively short, and in the longer term that heat backs to the west and sets up shop across the Rocky Mountain region. No doubt we'll keep a close eye on that. We'll also keep an eye on the radar trends and chances of thunderstorms later on this afternoon into the overnight. In the meantime, enjoy your Sunday, make it a great day, and thank you as always for logging on to NDWX.com.